Hello and welcome to the Halloween edition of INTV Weekly. I did not realize that this is going to be going down on Halloween.
October 31st, where are our costumes?
Yeah, we should have costumes and we should have done a Halloween special, but we did not. We're getting lazy in our old age. We're just bringing you the news.
Just bringing the news. For October 31st, 2019, I'm Nolan Weiss.
And I'm Jeffrey Jorgensen.
The last day of October, and it's been a cold one. I hope everybody is prepped and ready for the snowfall.
Record-breaking chills swept through the state. It is but at the same time, like yesterday or 2 days ago, it was very, very cold, but it did not frost. Weird.
Yeah, didn't frost at night, or in the morning. So it's been really nice. This morning too, well, I guess that was 2 mornings ago on the Wednesday of this week, the 30th. It didn't have a frost either.
Yeah, it was. I had like ice on my windshield, but it wasn't a frost. It was strange.
But then you had some of these days that were just a strong, hard frost where you had to go start your car and get it warmed up and get that frost off.
Yeah, I haven't started my car.
It has been nice though, I gotta say. The weather has been so sweet out there, so hopefully you're enjoying this fall atmosphere and staying away from that sickness, because that's right around the corner too. People getting sick, and that means flu shots, I guess, already here too. Flu shots are out and available, so if you're one of those people that get flu shots, make sure you get those flu shots. And if you're not, like me, stay away.
One of those people.
One of those people.
The sheep.
Am I the sheep?
No.
Or are you the sheep? Because don't you get a flu shot?
No.
No, I thought you did.
I'm not a sheep.
Bah.
Get Your INTV is the place to go to figure out what's going on in the Upper Kittitas County and Lower Valley. Check it out, getyourinTV.com. It is completely free. Kicking off our Halloween episode, we want to take you to the top story, which isn't scary at all. It's actually very humbling.
Yeah, it's actually one of the best news stories that we've reported
in a long time.
In a long time, not locally wise.
It is. Yakima County has announced that they're going to convert an unused jail cell to a homeless shelter. The Yakima officials have announced to propose to turn a jail into a homeless shelter and use additional sales tax for funding. The Yakima Herald-Republic reports that the proposal would convert the 288-bed jail into a multi-care facility named the Yakima County Care Campus.
Got it. The Care Campus. That is a great idea right here. 2006 is when this jail was built, and I cannot believe they've went over 10 years on not using it, and now they are finally using this and bringing families and kids and good resources to possibly the Yakima County.
Countywide sales tax, which generates more than $3.5 million a year, could fund the care facility with the commissioner's approval. So the best of luck. This is a good thing. I think that we have a lot of people in jail that aren't deserving to be in jail. We have a very high jail rate population.
Yeah.
And putting unused facilities back to use for good cause, I think that this is pretty cool. Before we jump into our next story, Nolan crossed off this upcoming story. It's a little bit confusing, but I want to talk about something in this slot before we talk about the Sword and the Stone. The NCAA has finally announced that they are going to be paying college athletes to do their things.
Well, they'll be collecting a profit off their name, yeah.
Their name, their brand, and colleges have been collecting millions and millions and millions of dollars for years, as far as we can remember, off these college names, basically treating them as if they were something. But
showcase them like a trophy.
They are now being able to collect that money, helping out their families, and this is something that has been a long time coming for the NCAA. Has been stuck in their ways for about 100 years, and now they are making changes to help the student body and these upcoming professional athletes. So I think it's a great thing. Schools are going to start off with a couple schools at once, and then they're going to see how it goes and then take it away. So these college athletes can not only just afford their education, even though all of them get free rides, but at the same time they can help out their families and other people can't endorse money off them.
Yeah, this is a pretty big deal, huge for NCAA and upcoming student athletes that are going to be attending colleges that have those scholarships and those tickets. So we will see how this all goes.
It seems like it would be more of a drive too to better yourself in high school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For sports.
But then I've also seen now legislative talk about taxing scholarships. So I've been seeing that too
That's-
now, which I think is a horrible thing.
That's unbelievable.
But yeah, because scholarships are usually donation fed, or they're
Because you can write them off.
You can, yeah, and so now they're trying to tax them as an income. So this is just going to be a whole new can of worms opened up. But I think, like Jeff said, this should be a beneficial thing for the student and the athlete to make that name better for themselves and to exceed in high school a little bit more.
LeBron James couldn't go to college because he couldn't afford it.
Well, and he didn't need to. He got drafted in the first round, like right out of high school.
Yeah, but at the same time,
He didn't want to go to high school or college, probably.
Yeah, but at the same time, he just wanted to help out his mom too. So maybe it would have been different if his funds or if his financial needs were,
Were met in college.
Yeah, because I mean, you can go to college and then you get more getting drafted once you go to college. It's just like redshirting as a
Or you
freshman,
could get hurt too,
Yeah.
and you could just not play basketball.
for sure.
Anyways, so yeah, that is exciting news. We'll see how it all pans out.
Excalibur has been found. The 700-year-old sword is discovered stuck in a rock.
Wow, this is pretty amazing. While excavators were checking out a castle under a river that was 36 feet deep, they actually found a 700.
The castle was under a river.
Yeah, they were excavating a castle. Archaeologists were checking out a castle that was underneath the river.
How was there a castle under a river?
Well, they're excavating next. I don't know. Maybe they diverted the river, and it's what it
There's
says.
a castle under the river.
Discovered in the Verbus River, where it was found 36 feet underwater, stuck in the rock, while archaeologists were excavating a nearby castle. So maybe the castle was off of the river.
Was it underneath the buried castle under the river?
Maybe it was the moat
It could
of
have
the
been.
castle.
Keeps the horses at bay.
Well, and yeah, that's where they keep alligators and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But this is pretty exciting. 700-year-old sword, and they have no idea how it got stuck in this rock. And so it took archaeologists a very long time.
Just one man to find the one man who can pull it out.
To pull it out. And I'm going to be flying over to the Republica of Panzik to pull it out.
To help these guys.
Can't wait.
Yep.
King Arthur's son's way down the line right here.
Yes, and if you have no idea where that is, I thought you
Bosnia.
Bosnia. That's right.
Bosnia. It's in Bosnia.
Bosnia. So if you think that you can help these archaeologists pull this sword out of the rock, be sure to fly down there with Nolan.
They're saying it is 8 centuries old. That is a old sword, and I cannot
If
believe.
it's 700 years old, it would be 7 centuries old.
Well, they say stone sword,
Mixed reports.
yeah, is perhaps 8 centuries years old, and who knows what the story it is hiding.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that you make all this like movies around it, and then it actually happens.
And then you find it,
Mm-hmm.
like Area 50, like Men in Black.
Men in Black. Yeah, you make a movie about it, and then all of a sudden you realize
you see,
it's true.
Yeah, you see Men in Black erasing people's minds.
Yeah, that's
Seen it on
funny.
YouTube.
That's where my mind went when I said that too. Was Men in Black, and then Independence Day.
Independence Day, yep, aliens. Moving right along, local news, something we don't have to worry about aliens, and that is here locally because we have everything happening so good. It's like our own utopia.
Yes.
Nothing ever bad happens. One thing that is bad that is happening, unfortunately, is news will not be showing after the new year. So in 2020, we will unfortunately be stopping airing our weekly news. But you'll see all the civic meetings and all the other things that are going on. But just want to throw it out there that no more local news will be reported on INTV Team Action Weekly News.
Moving on to local news, the Cleveland Fire Department, volunteer fire department, had a local burn this last Saturday on October 26th. It happened at 8 a.m. and burned till 3 p.m. This is a good way for the firefighters to come out there, get practice, especially the probies and all the newbies and everyone who wants to watch and see how a controlled burn goes down. This is the place to do it. The fire department's burned a 2,513 square foot home at 203 Pennsylvania Avenue. That's a big house.
Yeah, it is. And if you don't know where this is at, it is across the street from the Swiftwater, the Swiftwater workout facility, that road that you turn into. The storage units on the right-hand side is that house that's tucked away in the back corner, kind of up against the freeway there on I-90. And it is so nice to finally see this house gone. It was a house that a lot of homeless people and drug users, I think, were using, because one day it was up for sale, so I went and looked at it, and it was a mess.
Really?
Windows all, and it was a beautiful house at one time, just to see the structure of it, but you could just see it was devastated by people and animals, and all the windows and doors were broken out. It one time was a beautiful home, but Jackie Von Dugan, she got to throw in the old light stick and lighted it up, and all the South Cleon and Cleon Fire Department helped put this thing out.
Torched it.
Good job.
Moving right along, Cleellum had a big meeting about 47 degrees north, or some people know it as Bullfrog Flats. This was held at the middle school. Concerning citizens came out to share and voice their opinions.
That 1,100 acres is what we're talking about, and in 2002, a master plan was approved and a development agreement was approved for that 1,100 acres. And that master plan included the construction of about 1,334 housing units, a 74-acre business park, a dedication of land for a community recreation center, and the dedication of some land for about 50 units of affordable housing. That's what was included in the master plan that was approved back in 2002.
We think that this is going to be a wonderful, wonderful project. So let me just take a step back and talk about Sun Communities and who we are. Sun Communities is a company based in Southfield, Michigan. We are a real estate investment trust. So what that means is we're a publicly traded company. Our shares trade on the New York Stock Exchange, so it's a big company. It was started in 1975 in the state of Michigan. Today we have roughly 380 communities across the U.S. and Canada.
Who's going to own that land? Who's going to decide how it gets used? Who's going to maintain it? Question?
Yeah, the question was, there's a substantial amount of open space depicted on the master plan. Who's going to own and operate and maintain it? And I believe the answer is that it would be owned and managed by Sun Communities, subject to whatever conditions of approval the city puts on it.
Yeah. Very interesting meeting right here. To find out what's going on with Bullfrog Flats or 47 degrees north, you can check out this full meeting in its entirety only on INTV Weekly.
Grace Terrell broke the career scoring record of the entire valley.
What?
Scoring 152 goals in her entire high school career for soccer. 166 goals is the new state record. Grace Jackson is second in scoring the league, and she leads the league in assists.
Grace Jackson and Grace Terrell, two great Graces, and they play so graceful on that soccer field.
Yeah, I like that. Cameras. Body cameras have been proposed to be put and installed and worn and used on the Cleveland Police Department.
Nope, City of Kittitas. City of Kittitas is the first, they're the first county in all counties to be issuing body cams on all police. So the Kittitas County Police Department, so everybody will know what is going on day and night.
If you have seen live PD, you know for a fact that they are in Washington State, because Spokane is one of the departments who has set up live PD, and now there is a petition going around trying to ex-nay it.
Really?
Yep. It seems like more and more cities that are on live PD and using the live PD thing are steering away from it because they believe that it's drawing negative attention to the city.
Oh.
So
Do you think like everything that you can see that the people that are doing the right thing for every town should be able to be viewable?
Yeah, but they say like live PD's not real. You know, like it's real, but like there's a lot of things that
Editing or is
no,
just straight
it's just
up
like
live?
what it shows isn't a true like day to day of a police officer, right? Like I mean, like 3% of the calls like of any police office, or the majority of police offices are like prostitution. You know, like 2% of the calls are like like domestic violence
Or horrible
and-
family
yeah,
incidents.
or like 5% of the calls are 7% of the calls are drug busts. But like on Live PD, it's like 90% of the calls are drug busts, 80% of the calls are prostitution, and 50% of the calls are DV cases. And then so like they're just saying it draws too much negative attention to these cities, saying that there's a lot of violence and corruption and crime going on, which necessarily isn't true as opposed to other cities, as well as like all the things, the wrongdoings of the police officers as well. There's a lot of things on there that people don't question because it's on TV, and then they think that, oh, well, it must be all right, or else they wouldn't show it on television, which isn't the case at all. The reason why I know so much about it is because I was hunting, listening to the radio, and
Podcast.
this is what they were talking about.
Oh, interesting, Joe.
Yes, it was.
Something very interesting right here is Suncadia is going to stop feeding the elk. That's right. The warning was issued by Fish and Wildlife to stop feeding the elk by Suncadia. So Suncadia is now stopping feeding the elk because this is making the elk dependent on foods from humans. So
Earlier today, Nolan and I went up to go see where they feed the elk.
and we got some video. Look at this bull. Very interesting right here with Suncadia always wanting to feed the elk, and that was a huge tourist attraction for them. And now, no. Because
Right.
things like this, Buttons. That poor Buttons is at the Woodland Park Zoo and still there in captivity.
Yeah.
But he's doing good. She's doing very good.
She's doing good. But she's still in a cage.
She's still in a cage in a zoo.
Moving on to Warriors.
Warrior Sports.
In Warrior Sports, let's take it away with soccer. On the 22nd, they took on LaSalle, where they lost 6-1. On the 24th, they took on Royal, where they won 7-0.
I like to see that whenever we beat Royal.
Yeah, anytime we beat Royal. On the 29th, we took on Granger, and we don't have any scores.
We got to win, but here's the score.
Yeah.
Football ended their career this last Friday for their home game, I guess. They have one more game versus Zilla. But they played LaSalle at home where they lost 51-0. This was senior night for band and the cheerleaders and the football players. They all looked awesome, and great job all the parents that participated and showed your support to your participant in band, cheerleading, or football. So thank you so much. But unfortunately, LaSalle, #1 team in our division, just taking it to us.
Yep.
Last game is versus Zilla, and this is away, though, at Zilla. So hopefully, our boys can pull it a win.
Hopefully. Let's try. We just need one.
Just need one.
Just need one.
Break the streak of losing.
Yep, and get it over with. And now, pull out your
What about
calendars.
volleyball, Jeff?
Oh, volleyball. Volleyball JV played this last week where they took on Granger and they won their first 2, lost last 3. Best of luck to the girls on junior varsity. Some of those girls moving up to varsity. Varsity girls hopefully playing in some college level, perhaps.
But varsity girls are all done, correct?
They are. Everybody is done now.
Except for soccer.
Except for soccer.
And cross country. They're still running.
Mm-hmm.
So keep up the great work. Cannot wait to see the results on districts from cross country and the results from soccer.
Pull out your calendars. This is what's heading your direction in the weeks to come. On today, if you're watching this, you probably missed it, or you're handing out candy if you're not watching this.
Boo Ellum.
Boo Ellum on October 31st, downtown Cle Elum hosted Blue Ellum. Costumes were out of this world. Literally, some dressed up as aliens. The costume parade held on First Street took place at 3:30 p.m. on Wright Avenue, next to Umpqua Bank. At 4 o'clock, the parade was led by the Cle Elum Roslyn High School Marching Band. Trick or Treat in downtown Cle Elum and the Bouncy House was from 4 to 6. Trunk or Treat on First Street between Pennsylvania and Wright Avenue took place all at the same time. Boo Ellum is a Cle Elum Downtown Association event sponsored by Puget Sound Energy and supported by Encompass Engineering and Surveying.
And also, we forgot to report, Paws on Parade happened this last week. Here's some pictures of Paws on Parade. They had some awesome little furry little friends, and all the proceeds, of course, go to our Animal Rescue. So, once again, all the Halloween festivities happening, and they kind of caught up on us, but our Animal Rescue, it's a great time.
The USO Northwest in Suncadia presents Full Circle, a tribute to service, highlighting the impact of the USO on our military service members and their families. This was held on November 2nd from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Suncadia Lodge in the Relado Room, featuring keynote speaker Sarah Vargo, military and Gold Star youth advocate. Entertainment was by the Navy Deception Brass Band and special tribute to our military. You can get a 5-star table sponsored for 10 for $1,000. You can get an honor, which is an individual ticket for $75, which includes dinner and a no-host bar. $25 out of each ticket goes to the USO Northwest. To purchase tickets, please go online to northwest.uso.org.
On November 2nd, Saturday, November 2nd at noon to 3:30 p.m., Volunteer Day in the Teanaway. Help wrap up the forest for winter with fence and camp area maintenance. Locations at the West Fork and Teanaway Camp. Register online today at the address below. November 2nd, make sure you get there and volunteer at Teanaway.
On Saturday, November 9th, the Teanaway Grange Country Christmas Bazaar is going to be taking place. This is also a bake sale. It's going to be held from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. This is at the Teanaway Grange at 1361 Ballard Hill Road in Cle Elum. Every year the Grange manages to find the best and most unusual craftsmen in the region. The Grange ladies load the kitchen with all kinds of homemade baked goods for sale also. For more information, you can go to swagteanawaygrange.com.
On November 9th, Saturday, November 9th, the Washington State Horse Park hosts the Unbridled Evening at the Chalet Country Club in Sammamish. This is a silent auction and cocktail hour with live auction and dinner. Daniel's much anticipated video showing the time-lapse and drone footage of the entire construction process of the largest covered arena in Washington will premiere there. For more information, call 877-635-411 or visit thewashingtonstatehorsepark.org.
On November 10th, I'm excited to announce that the first of the candidates have been announced and they are running for governor. They will be appearing and speaking at the 122 West Pennsylvania building in Roslyn, the old Masonic Dance Hall next to the post office building. Once again, this is going to be held on November 10th, starting at 2 p.m. Come hear their vision for you. There you have it. If you would like to add...
That's actually a pretty exciting thing, that in Roslyn we were going to have...
the governors.
I just realized that in Roslyn we're going to have the candidates for governors upcoming election. So please make sure to attend this because this could be very interesting.
Yeah. Bring your pen and
Paper and ask some questions.
or get signatures.
Or get an autograph.
Get
an
autograph.
autograph. Frame that one, huh?
Yes.
All the things that are coming up, make sure to let us know because we only have till the end of the year to report all the great things that are happening. So make sure to let us know what's happening in November and December so nobody misses out.
And at this time, we want to wish some people a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
On October 28th, happy birthday to Jake Kopp, Jessica Boyer, Ramona Mam, and James Kopp.
On October 29th, happy birthday Adrian Benzak, Dan Renshaw, Sven Angel, Victoria Dahl, Joe Martin, Robert Welke, and a big happy birthday to our big tall friend, Greg Fudas.
On October 30th, happy birthday to Bill Davis, Jim Garushi, Miriam Ortega, and Karen Fader.
On October 31st, happy birthday Rachel McMullen and Sandra Malcolm.
On November 1st, happy birthday to Landon Meggs, Colby Sherrill, and Becky Riley.
On November 2nd, happy birthday Milo John and Kim Renfro. And if we missed your birthday, don't let it happen again. We have 2 months to wish you a happy birthday because at that time we are done in the beginning of the year of 2020. So thank you guys so much for the 10 years and it has been an awesome run once again. If you have any news, let us know because you only have 2 months to report it. I'm Nolan Weiss.
I'm Jeff Jorgensen.
Couple local boys.
Shooting some local news.
For you.
now.
For now. On October 31st, 2019, happy Halloween. Please be safe. It is getting cold, so make sure to get ready for winter.
Wrap it up.
Adios, amigos.
It will convert the 288-bed jail into a multi-care family facility. The 288 bed jail, the Yakima Herald Republic reports that the